Hello, hello, and welcome back as we sit down to savor the flavor of failure in Perfidious Pete plays XCOM The Long War. And just what is it that has our mouths filled with the bitter bite of inglorious defeat, you ask? Well, that'd be our third abduction mission on the second shittiest map in the game, that's what. We're only 12 missions into this campaign, folks, and fully a quarter of them have been on the exact same map. And I, for one, I'm getting more sick of fighting around the Fountain Plaza than Prometheus's eagle was of eating liver. But apparently, the aliens know our weakness, and they plan to just keep on kicking us right where it hurts, which is square in the dangling junk of the Fountain Plaza map, so we don't really have a whole lot of choice. And we have yet to really come across a solid strategy for how to attack that map. Now granted, we didn't lose a single trooper on any of the 3 Fountain missions we've undertaken so far, but fully half the troops we've deployed on those missions have wound up in the infirmary afterwards. And being pleased with that level of performance is a lot like being excited about getting to third base with the cousin who agreed to be your pity date to the prom. You were kinda in the moment and you didn't really think that clearly about it while it was happening, and it certainly, didn't turn out as badly as it could have. You put the brakes on before things got out of hand, but you still shudder every time you think about just how close you got to that worst case scenario. So, that's exactly how I feel about the Fountain Plaza map. Also, given the high cost of new recruits now, it's sort of a level of attrition that's about as sustainable as Jay-Z's Tidal hi-fi music service. Eventually, we're just going to run out of suckers who are willing to sign up, and when we do, the whole project is going to collapse faster than a Chilean copper mine, so we got to keep an eye on that shit. Before that happens, though, I think really what we should probably do is head on up to Mission Control, see if we can get to scanning, and try and catch a map that is not the damn Fountain Plasma, so perhaps we can have a mission where not everyone winds up in a fucking hospital. So let's get to it. Jane Austen, Virginia Woolf, Mata Hari, so a lot of troopers coming back on duty. This is an interesting request. Engineers are very difficult to come by in the new build. I don't really have any use for Illyrium currently. Now, I know things take a lot of Illyrium late in the game, but we have 140, they're only asking for 12. This is something like, what, 8% of our total? And 2 engineers we kind of desperately need. Engineers are sort of the threshold of expansion. They're one of the limiters for the early game. I'm going to prove this, actually. So we're going to give the US that 12 Illyrium. We can always down some more crafting if we need to. Theoretically, we could farm it if we absolutely have to, so I'm okay with that. A lot of troopers coming back on duty. Here's our thermo generator. Fantastic. This is going to allow us to do a little bit of base expansion. Got some projects coming up. We're going to start DIYing this shit. It's time to flip this base, folks. We're going to slap on some fucking new paint, maybe do a little landscaping. We're going to give this bitch some curb appeal and flip it for a profit. I'm telling you, we'll be rolling swank-ass style in a new, improved base in very short order.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
Yeah, as always, Dr. Shen, your pleasure is what I live for, sir. I'm glad you're glad. So let's take a look at our base possibilities. We have plenty of power. Can we do another satellite uplink? We need 20 engineers for that, so we can't do a satellite uplink. What about a laboratory? Yes. Workshop? Also potentially yes. We could build a foundry? Very interesting. Well, what's a repair bay? Oh. I had forgotten that this was a mechanic. Honestly, we should probably start building a repair bay. I mean, we're going to need one. The other thing I really want, though, I kind of want a laboratory very badly. Laboratory's real good. Real good. Increase research speed by 20%. You know what? I think this is tough. I think the laboratory actually is going to be a better investment overall for us. I really do. I think the lab is the right way to go. We're going to build this laboratory. We got to get some research done. We got to get things started. I want to get a nice little stun gun from Dr. Shen as quick as we can, and it's going to take him 4.5 years to wander down to Home Depot and tape a couple of those bad boys together. But we got to start doing captures on this run-through considerably faster than we did it last time. That was actually one of the things I really feel I didn't focus enough on. I waited too long to begin capturing aliens, and I want to try and get the jump on it this time. In order to facilitate that, I'm going to build that science facility as quickly as possible. Now, how long till our satellite is done? 2 days. We're going to need more credits. I don't want to spend any more cash at the moment then. We're going to need more credits. If we're going to expand into sort of the European continent, which is my current plan, try and expand into the European theater, I'm going to want to buy 2 interceptors so we can have a total of 8, split 4 on 4, 4 in Africa, 4 in Europe.
Standing by for launch.
Right,
We are
and
ready
there
to
it is.
deploy it on your orders.
All right, well, let's back to it then. So we're going to go up to the Situation Room. Take a look at our... We don't by chance have... United Kingdom, I'm pretty sure, is where I'm going to put it. Mostly for this reduction in ranks and for the officer training school thing. The +1 HP for new infantry and assault soldiers actually is pretty tempting as well. This is also very tempting. I'm definitely going to get the France bonus at some point. And also probably the Germany bonus. Those are really the 2 reasons I'm coming to Europe, but I don't think I need to start there. Really, I think the United Kingdom is the right way to start. One thing, it's actually... for the bonuses that we want, the United Kingdom has the most cash. So let's do that. First off, I just want to check and make sure there's not a request for some bizarre reason that the UK wants a satellite. Russia does. What would we get? 2 engineers. Man, that's really tempting, actually. Really tempting. What's the Russian bonus? It's +1 HP. You know, no.
I still
The
don't understand
15% reduction is better.
Willing to go to all this trouble. What could they be after?
Well, we sort of know, Bradford. They're kind of sort of doing a forced uplift thing on us, where they're trying to force us to evolve into something that they could not genetically breed themselves because humans are the shit. They know we're the biggest badasses in the entire galaxy. And they want some of that action, which frankly, who can blame them? I mean, humans are warriors, folks. Our hat is a goddamn army helmet. That's just the way it rolls. They wanted a piece of our sweet, sweet combat action. So they came and started a ruckus, because what better way for us to get it sort of spontaneously get us to evolve than force us to fight? Fighting really is the only thing humans are good at. And we're damn good at it when it comes to killing shit. We know how to get the job done. It's kind of the basis of all our technology, really. Sort of the reason we invented technology was to just murder shit better. Anyway, back to the old aircraft list. Humanity's failings, numerous as they are aside, we do have some other stuff to do. So we want to order some interceptors here. We have 1 interceptor that's available. That's fucking terrible. We do have Dead Stick coming back in 2 days, so it's not completely lost, but... We gotta buy 2. We don't have enough cash because they're 200. Means we're going to the gray market. So this is why I stockpile corpses, folks, for this precise situation. We need... What do we need? 65 credits here? We're gonna get it. So let's offload... Man, we can pretty much get rid of all these sectoid corpses. Don't really need any of those. Floater corpses, I'm also cool with ditching. And let's get a couple of these thin men off and on the way. We actually only need 65 credits. Let's throw a drone rack at it as well then. There we go, 65 even. That's going to give us exactly what we need to go to the hangar. We're going to go to Europe. Going to purchase 2 more interceptors for the European continent. Bam, got that sorted. Now, we also have to transfer 2. So we're going to have 2 ready in 3 days. None of which will have Stingray missiles. But none of these guys got Stingray missiles either. So let's take 2 Avalanchers. We're not sending Dead Stick, and we're not sending Simtech. Pyro, I don't think... You don't have any kills, do you? Nope. Alright, so we can afford to send Pyro.
From here, you can
send him down to Europe.
Interceptors transferred to bases throughout the world.
That a fact,
By
Dr. Shin.
stationing
I'm
our fleet on
sort
various
of
continents,
doing that,
we'll have a
actually,
much
at the
better
moment.
chance of intercepting new UFO contacts in those areas.
No kidding. Wow, I'd have never guessed, Dr. Shin, except for all the times that I've fucking done this before. I'm telling you, Dr. Shin, you gotta quit fighting me on the CT scan, buddy. We have got to get you over to the infirmary to find out what the hell is going wrong inside your skull. Now, on this, my worries about Dr. Shin's health aside, the reason we kept Dead Stick, he has 2 kills. We also wanted to send Buck Rogers to Europe. He has 2 kills. We wanted 1 experienced pilot in each location. Dead Stick's coming back on duty. These guys are going to have rookies at least in 3 days. So that's the way I split them as I did. 4 and 4. These guys, once they arrive, will actually give them some real names as well. But in the meantime, we're out of cash. Back scanning. Got a scope finished. Excellent. That gives us 3. 12 Illyrium for 2 scientists. Again. Gonna speed our research. Puts us closer to beam lasers. Then again, we're gonna need that Illyrium to build the beam lasers. This is a tough call, folks. Do you go for the hot brunette? Do you go for the redhead? Or is it the blonde? I mean, I don't even see the code anymore. It's just blonde, brunette, redhead. I don't even see the Illyrium anymore. It's just laser weapon, interceptor, firestorm. That's all I see. I think we got to go for the scientists. It's early enough that I'm still okay with trading these away. I know late game I may be regretting this, wishing I had fucking 12 Illyrium while I'm paying 2 scientists to do fuck all. But right now, I really think the bonus and research time is worth the sacrifice. Well, let's do it. Back to scanning it. Nikola Tesla and Helen, the most efficient killer Keller, back on duty for us. So you know what? I think I'm going to send Helen Keller out again. That chick is, despite her somewhat marked handicaps, I have to say, she may be the best killer in Project XCOM. I don't know if that speaks remarkably well of Helen, or is a huge indictment of the rest of our troopers. That could honestly go either way, but I'm going to choose to be a celebration of Helen Keller's abilities, because I'm all about the positivity, folks, clearly.
Commander, we're tracking several reported abductions.
You know what? This
via
being
the
in Japan is actually not
I've got the
bad. We have
coordinates
moderate
locked in.
alien activity, which is somewhat disturbing, but this is a good opportunity to at least reduce panic in Japan, so I'm okay with that. As long as this doesn't take place on a fucking fountain map, I'll be a happy camper. Literally anywhere else, folks, I'd be fine with it. Alright. So last time we rolled this build, what we did is we took 3 assault troopers. On our last mission, we took 3 assault troopers, an engineer, which, now that I think about it, was a fucking terrible choice. But we did do with a gunner and a sniper, sort of as our base of fire troopers, and then we had 3 assault guys storming in. And I gotta say, except for not having someone to draw Overwatch, it was a reasonably effective strategy. We could repeat it. I mean, we got fucking Steve Irwin and Joan of Arc. Got Steve Irwin here, coupled up with Joan of Arc. Really feel like there isn't a whole hell of a lot that could stop the 2 of us. Most powerful people in the world. Je suis! Joan is also on board. Do we do it again? Only this time, instead of taking an engineer, take a scout? Alternatively, do we just go with 2 assault troopers, maybe, and then take an engineer and a scout? There is some merit in that, also. Then again, a medic probably wouldn't... Yeah, you know what? That's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's how we're going to handle this. We're going to take a sniper. I don't want to take Van Dorn, because Helen Keller... Say what you want. She may be a better sniper overall. Ah, fuck it. Alright, Peter the General Van Dorn. General, my ass. You're fucking Lance Corporal. Busted your ass down for being a security risk, you piece of shit. You can't be trusted, Van Dorn. Fucking collaborating bastard. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a chance, Van Dorn. You gotta prove it to me. Now, granted, the last time we let you out of the barn, you actually did a pretty okay job. I think you had 3 kills on that mission, but these were low-level aliens. My fear, Van Dorn, is that you're just weaseling your way in, trying to get in our fucking good graces so that when the times are worst and everything is the most dire and you can really fucking put your foot straight up the ass of the XCOM project, that's the moment when you fucking turn code. It's not that you're not a turncoat right now, it's just that you're fucking double-aging us, waiting until the most opportune moment to just poke us right in the butthole. With your foot, or penis, or some other sharp and violent object. I got my eye on you, Van Dorn. Don't think I'm not watching you. I know what's going on in that fucking big-ass bald head of yours. I know, Van Dorn. I know. I can see your thoughts. I can see them. Read them like a goddamn book. So don't think I don't know, Van Dorn. This is me using you. Using me. I know what's going on. You think you're clever, but I'm just playing into your plan and getting what I can out of you. And as soon as it behooves me, I'm going to fucking cut you loose so fast you won't even know what hit you. I'm going to cut you so fast you'll think you're fish bait. You'll be in a gullet of a shark before your blood even hits the water, chum. Anyway, let's get ourselves a gunner. We got Jane Sensible Austin or Matahari, both of which solid additions to the program. I'm going to go with Jane Austen on this one. She's got a little lower foot speed, and we're going to be using Jane as a base of fire gunner, so I have no problem with giving her the big LMG. Going to give her a scope as well. Laser sight, follow that up. She's got the big gun and attack armor. Let's get her sorted. We do want to make items available. Should have a 3rd scope. Now, what are we going to do with a 3rd scope, you ask? That's an interesting question. Do we even need it on this mission, really, is sort of the operative moment. If we're going to take 2 assault troopers and a scout, that'll give us a lot of really good aggressive sort of advancing on the enemy under the cover of high damage shotgun ability, and I like that plan a lot. I really do. Dude, what do we back it up with? I'm thinking we take Jesus Christ and back him up with a medic. I mean, if we're going to back him up, you can't ask for much better backup than a son of God. You really can't. Also, he's a field surgeon, so in the event that we have another debacle, let's just call a spade, and we get a ton of wounded troopers, we can perhaps keep some of their wound time to a minimum. Yeah, that's how we're going to roll this. The question is, do we give Jesus a scout here? Or do we give him a scope, or do we give him a battle scanner? I'm thinking, actually, we give him a scope. If we're going to go all shotguns with the rest of our troopers, every single one of them could easily carry a battle scanner for us. I think that's what we'll do. Tac armor, assault rifle, little scope. It's going to give good old Jesus here the best chance we possibly can to hit. 77 plus 8 aim. That's actually a pretty good total. Of course, we wouldn't expect anything less than perfection from the Son of God. I mean, shit. How could you? You know who else we're going to expect nothing less than perfection from? Goddamn Steve Irwin. Steve, one of the greatest heroes in the history of mankind. Man can't be stopped, can't be harmed, immortal with weapons. Really? Perfect champion. The guy can wrestle a crocodile, he can damn sure wrestle a thin man to the ground. Alright, so we got a shotgun, a battle scanner, and a flashbang, and I swear to Christ, my Steve Irwin impression gets worse every single time I do it. It's all down here from here, folks. I mean, you haven't seen rock bottom. Not quite yet. We haven't seen rock bottom until I say, now here's a knife, which means we just fucking hit it. But still, St. Joan, tac armor, shotgun, pistol, battle scanner, flashbang. I like that. St. Joan is also ready. Now let's get somebody to, well, frankly, suffer an very unfortunate level of enemy aggression with their Overwatch lightning reflexes ability. Tac armor, shotgun, battle scanner, flashbang. Looks good from here. Let's get to work then. Off we go. Anywhere but the fountain, guys. Not the fountain. Literally anywhere else. The laundromat. Give me the laundromat. We haven't been on a laundromat a single time. Come on, it's the aliens' favorite fucking location. Those guys got to get their fabric softener on. That's like fucking crack to them. They snort fabric softener. The Snuggle Bear is the biggest crack dealer in the other alien galaxy, I'm telling you. You don't want to cross that fucking bear. He will fuck you up.
We've gotten
He'll
several
cut a
reports
bitch. He will. I mean, he's snugly soft, but he's also razor goddamn sharp.
We'll have to move quickly
That
if
bear
we
will
want to
cut
slow
you.
the spread of panic.
Especially if you don't have his money, because when it comes to his crack money, the bear is not really very forgiving. Sure, he looks cute and cuddly, but he's a ruthless fucking monster. Just look at his little beady black eyes. He's dead inside. That bear is dead inside. Alright, so Operation Enduring Heart. This is a map I think we've only played like one time in 300 episodes, so it's going to be a very welcome break from the old Fountain Plaza. I'm pretty sure this is actually a Terra mission map, which is why we don't normally see it often.
Central, Big Sky in position on approach of the abduction site.
This is a real weird way to attack
Copy
it.
that, Big Sky. Strike one is cleared to engage.
Normally you
hostile
come in from
targets.
down here with
Watch
no
your backs out
cover.
there, people.
I gotta say, I kind of like this. This is actually real good. We got a lot of strong cover opportunities and a lot of good places to post up our base of fire, guys. I am kind of a fan.
Got it.
I'm gushing a little bit. I'm such a fan, in fact.
Hostile spotted.
Alright, so we've already popped a pod. That's a little undesirable. On the plus side, the pod is 4 drones, which makes it pretty beatable. Van Dorn, what are your hit percentages like? Not the worst thing we've ever seen, but also not fantastic. In the downside, we can't really get everybody in the position we necessarily would like them to be in. Drones are immune to flashbangs, so we got nothing going there. Jesus, what can you do from behind this truck? You can see 3. 60%, it's not fantastic, but it's not the worst shots we've ever had. Van Dorn would have to be last to move. Now, what if we run and gun? If we run and gun, we could get some very strong shots here. The issue being, okay, alright, I think I have a strategy here. Virginia Woolf cannot run and gun. This is a given. Virginia Woolf is a scout. She cannot run and gun. But what she can do
On my way.
is make it safe for 2 of our assaults to run and gun by throwing a battle scanner up and over here just to check out the area and make sure that their advance will not pop any additional pods. So that's what we're going to have Virginia Woolf do. She's in full cover, and we maybe threw that a little too far, completely ruining my own plans. So let's see what the Son of God can do with this 60%er here. We're going to have him shoot at the furthest target, which is that guy. Yeah. Come on, Jesus. I'm telling you, Jesus, you continue to be a disappointment, son. You continue to be a disappointment. Alright, well, I was going to charge in and try to finish these guys off with a little bit of shotgun surgery, but that's simply not going to happen. So we're going to take full cover. Get St. Joan over here. Little Overwatch then from Steve Owen. And Van Dorn, you got to get to cover. You're only going to have one shot from here. That's terrible. We're going to have Van Dorn steady his weapon, though. So at least if he gets a shot next turn, we can make it count. We're in... Yeah, this is not good. We got lucky there, but the hollow targeting and aggregate fire, I have to assume our gunner is maybe going to take one here. Possibly two, which is unfortunate because she can't really withstand a lot of hits. Now... Oh, he's falling back. Got to be going for help. Double move, then. Alright, well, that guy is screwed, because Virginia Woolf is going to go shotgun him into little tiny chunks. Another double move? Man, these drones... Okay, the drone AI. These aliens really got to do some fucking programming work on their drones, because their AI is real shitty. So, let me just throw that... Yeah, that's what they were doing, is trying to get rid of Van Dorn's shot, but honestly, I don't really think it's going to matter. Alright, little Jane Austen, let's see what you can do here. Got 74% at that guy. I like that hit. Let's take it. Alright, so 7 damage and a kill from Jane Austen. That man is done dealing. That is a fire plug, right? If that is not a fire hydrant, I'm going to be real salty. Pretty sure it's a fire hydrant, though. Also, this is Virginia Woolf, so worst case scenario, we can always just have her fall back. She can't miss. This should definitely be a kill. There we go. Alright. So, Virginia Woolf tagging one. That leaves us 2 to go, and we can run and gun both of those guys. If we have to, and I think we're probably going to have to. Could we get Van Dorn on top of that truck anyhow? I'm going to guess probably not. Would have liked to have gotten Van Dorn on top of the truck. Let's hold off on Jesus, actually. Let's see what little Steve Irwin and... going for the run and gun. We're going to see what Steve and Joan can do here. Alright, Steve, we do want you in cover. Oh, this is real risky, actually. Now that I'm looking at this, this is a long run. Let's err on this side. I was thinking about going there, but more likely to have a pod there than in here. Oh, we got lucky. Okay. Alright, well, Steve's going to get a kill then. This is a done deal. One dead drone. Oh, damn right, he's pacified. Fucking Steve Irwin walked up and pegged his ass with his shotgun. What do you think is going to happen when you peg somebody with a shotgun from that range, mate? He's going to get blown into quivering chunks, that's what. The Maid of Orleans here coming in to finish off what Steve Irwin started, and with authority. Okay, Joan, come on. Dramatic pause is all well and good, but let's not milk it, Joan. Come on. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Really don't like the idea of having Jesus in half cover, but if we're going to risk half cover with anybody, I think Jesus is probably the right guy. I mean, the guy's literally divinely protected. Van Dorn, you have low profile, Van Dorn, so I'm thinking you're going to be right there behind that planter, hopefully picking off aliens and enemies for the rest of the mission. Can't really trust you necessarily, I just kind of have to close my eyes and hope. Alright, so we're going to take a turn to reload, rearm, and prepare.
I'm on the move.
That's only half cover for Jane Austen, but really all we were doing is looking to buy Janie a reload.
Oh, way.
Joan of Arc is not going anywhere. Going to steady our weapon with Van Dorn in the hopes that we can reveal an enemy on our next turn.
Okay.
This is probably stupid, and I should not be advancing this way, but I'm going to do it anyway. Jesus, buddy. Let's get you on Overwatch. Steve, just reload for me, man. You got it, Mike. Crack it up, Mike. Shit, the magazine's full so we can go in there and kill as many aliens as we can find them.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Good. Those guys were right up our butthole. Seriously, they may have been inside our butthole. On the plus side, most of them are already dead because of close quarters combat. Oh my god, Steve Irwin, look at this shit. Crikey! Crikey, mate, that pod never knew what hit him, they did. Came around that corner there, right into the gunfire. Steve Irwin, Steve, he hurt him real bad. Good lord, that accent, I'm telling you. I'm ashamed of myself. Seriously, legitimately ashamed of myself. On the plus side, I really like what happened there with the Overwatch and the close quarters combat. Those guys fucking ran straight face first into a fucking blender. That was a thing of beauty. Van Dorn, study your goddamn weapon, piece of garbage. And I think we're just gonna have Virginia Woolf hopping from car to car here. At some point, she's gonna either reveal a pod or come around this corner and regroup with the rest of the team.
Roger. I got my eyes on.
All right, so we got more aliens over here. I'm tempted to just sort of hunker down and wait for the smoke to clear. And by that I mean these clouds of acid. Oh, they're already gone. Okay. Well, that didn't last long, did it, aliens? We do have battle scanners. Is Jane Austen in an optimal firing position? As we advance forward, the answer becomes increasingly no, she is not. So let's take a little bit of a reposition turn. We're going to move Joan of Arc there. We're going to put her on Overwatch. We're going to have Steve just readjust very slightly. He's going to go on Overwatch. We're going to move Jane Austen to that position at a dash. And then we'll have Van Dorn and... Yeah, we'll have Van Dorn and Jesus. Yeah, you know what? Van Dorn may be okay where he's at. Do we really want to move Van Dorn? I think Van Dorn's probably okay. We're just going to have Van Dorn continue studying his weapon. Get a good, stable shot there, Van Dorn. I mean, really, you should just fucking build a goddamn brick wall to brace that shit on. And we're going to have Jesus come up and take cover behind this SUV here. Next turn, our goal is going to be to try and locate some enemies with battle scanners. This should be safe because the edge of the map is like right out here.
Move out.
And so little Virginia Woolf does not scent the enemy.
Roger that.
Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Anybody who's vulnerable to shotgun damage, that's who, because Virginia Woolf has just died in the Wolf Killer.
You hear that?
Sounds like Seekers? Possibly more thin. That's definitely more thin, man. Alright, so we know where those guys are at. We should set up to try and do what we just did again. Let's see if we can double up on that. So we're gonna come over here. Let's have Steve Irwin throw a battle scanner for us. I don't want any surprises. No surprises! What do we got? You gotta be shitting me. That revealed nothing? I find that difficult to believe. Jane Austen, I want you on Overwatch. Joan of Arc, come around this car. And we want you now on Overwatch as well. Van Dorn, you keep on studying that weapon, friend. Eventually, you're going to find yourself a target. We're not coming around this corner. We're just going to have Virginia Woolf come right up here and go in Overwatch. She may be our prime troop on the next turn when somebody actually finally goes to activate. We might have her do it by just peeping around the corner. Where to put Jesus is the question. I really don't like the thought of having Jesus in half cover. Jesus is more of a full cover sort of guy. Alright, let's see how the aliens react here. Now, of course, we do have our run and guns available. Both of those cooldowns have reset, which is one of the reasons why I took a little bit of time there. Alright, let's have you peek around the corner, Virginia. Virginia Woolf sees nothing. Very intriguing. I still like Van Dorn where he's at, actually. So we're going to do a little leapfrogging cross pattern here. Joan of Arc to there. She's going to Overwatch. Going to bring Steve Irwin. Steve's gonna move around. Why does he have to walk around the dead alien, by the way? I mean, that thin man is dead. He's not gonna fucking mind if somebody steps on him. Honestly, also, if you could fucking step on them, they sort of deserve it. Those guys are kind of dicks. I think, you know, maybe a little fucking... Ain't much to look at when you're scraping them off their boot, like that guy in... Stormtroopers? No. Star Troopers? Jesus, I can't remember the name of that movie. What the hell is wrong with me? You know what I'm talking about. Casper Van Dien. Starship Troopers. Thank you, Casper. Anyway, ain't much to look at when you're scraping them off your boot. Starship Troopers, random guy style. There's got to be enemies over here somewhere. Virginia Woolf. Well, Virginia Woolf can see a meld canister. Honestly, we're going to move Virginia Woolf towards that meld canister because these guys got to be in this building, I suppose. That's really the only place they could still be kind of hunkered down. So let's reposition. Work under the assumption that they are, in fact, in that building and get prepared to breach it. We're going to be very careful. We can't really deploy battle scanners as well as we'd like in this general area.
Got it. Moving.
We'd like to get Jane Austen in a forward firing position. We're definitely going to be having to dash with good old Van Dorn, who I can't help but notice is about as far from the fight as fart gets. Yeah, that's right, Van Dorn. Don't think I overlooked you, you cowardice piece of shit. I know what you're doing is. I know your goddamn plan. You're just trying to keep your head down, stay low, stay out of the fight. I know what you're all about. You just because you don't want to fight doesn't mean you can't fight. You gotta fight. This is your first night at Fight Club Van Dorn. You have to fight. And so, nothing there. We're going to get some meld. Ostensibly, we should be able to recover that meld. So let's set up for... Let's set up for a little bit of a breach here. Janie, Austin, put you there. Ideally, we're going to have Jane on one side of this door and roll it up. On the other side of that door is going to be Steve Austin and Joan of Arc. Let's have St. Joan move to there. Have Steve come over here, take that position. Now, it's not completely out of the question that those guys might be on the roof. And if they're on the roof, we could be in a very tricky little spot. I don't want Jesus looking in that window. Don't look in the window at me, Jesus. I don't like you looking in my window. Mom, Jesus is looking in my window again. He's peeking at me. Call the cops. It's Jesus. I don't know what he's up to out there, and it makes me uncomfortable, Mom. Please do something. So where the hell are these guys? They got to be right around that corner. That's the only explanation, is they're in this building just right on the other side of that wall. And that's the assumption I'm going to operate on. So 15 meld. Wow. We're doing somewhat badly if there's 15 meld per can. That's not that great. I have to assume they're right in that corner. Alright, so let's get Jane Austen in a sensible position for a sensible lady. Joan of Arc, let's get you on Overwatch. Van Dorn, we're going to put you... Ugh, there is nowhere good for you to be. I'm going to put you right there. I don't expect you to contribute anything, but then again, I never expect you to contribute shit because you're Van Dorn, and I hate you, and you're potentially an alien collaborator. In all likelihood, there's not even potentially alien collaborator. You're absolutely an alien collaborator. Well, these guys are going to jump into a blender again. Did you see that? Jesus just shot a man in the face. That's very unchristian, Jesus. Also, this guy is dead. Yeah, there we go. So these guys are going around the long way. We can deal with that. Also, Jesus, man, you shot that guy right in the face, sir. Right in the fucking face, Jesus. Right in the face. I'm telling you, Jesus, this is pretty unchristianly. I mean, that's... I don't know if that's the kind of thing a good Christian does, Jesus. I really don't.
Okay.
Hopefully this does not run us through acid. Good, it did not. We have a flank shot. Oh, this is not good. We have to take the shot, and I don't like it. Got lucky, though. Steve Irwin. Well, I mean, was it luck? Really, folks? Was it luck? That was Steve, the goddamn insane lunatic madman killer Irwin. Should we have been surprised? I really think that's probably more to be expected from a man of Steve Irwin's caliber. I don't know what I want to do with Van Dorn. I really don't. There is an alien back here behind this fence. I mean, we know where the little bastard's at. I was thinking we could... You know what? No. I was thinking we could go here and then steady our weapon, but actually that seems like a terrible idea, because if that guy could potentially flank him, he's almost immune to flanking from that position. So let's have Virginia Woolf step over here. We can put her on Overwatch. Is this full cover? It is. We're going to have Jane Austen just take full cover next to Jesus. Oh, I completely fucked that up. I got Jane Austen and Virginia Woolf confused. Shit on me. Alright. Well, if this alien comes over the wall, he's going to get gunned down. We got a lot of Overwatch over there. He is not going to come over that wall, though, is he? Alright, we play this one very cautious, then. St. Joan, I want you on the other side of this truck, and I want you on Overwatch. Van Dorn, I actually want you on Overwatch as well. Virginia Woolf, since you sort of boned us on that last move, you're going to be our scout unit. You're going to have to do the dangerous work here. So we're sending you over and around to go around and try and get a little bit of flank on that guy. Jesus, keep the Overwatch down, buddy. Steve Irwin is out of battle scanner, so it's Overwatch for the Stevester, Overwatch for Jane Austen. We're going to make him come out. Either we're going to run somebody around that corner and flank him, or we're going to make him come out from behind there. Or he's on the rooftop getting ready to leap down and flank us, which is also a very strong possibility. We got to get a battle scanner over there so we know what's going on. Joan, we need this over here. Yeah, we got to be able to see back here. We need to know what's going on. What have we got? No Thin Man. Interesting. I mean, we know he went back there. We saw him. We saw that little bastard. That's full cover. All right, Virginia Woolf. I want you over here in this full cover. I want to just double verify that that guy is not still back there, because I don't trust the battle scanner. He's got to be on the rooftops then, or he retreated and fled back through these semi-tractor trailers. Also a possibility. I don't relish the thought of chasing him at all. Steady that weapon, Van Dorn. Jesus, get on Overwatch for me. Irwin, Overwatch. Jane Austen, Overwatch as well. Alright, so we're gonna bring Virginia Woolf back here as a sweeper. Man, I do not like this. This is so dangerous for Virginia Woolf. One wrong move and Virginia Woolf is almost a write-off. Okay, so clear. Alright, so he can't be back here. We would have definitely found him. It's Overwatch then for Virginia. They gotta be inside this building or somewhere nearby. So let's go back to our door pattern. We're gonna start doing some staggered reloads as well. Steve Irwin really needs a reload. We're gonna move him to there. We're gonna have Steve reload. Jane, you gotta get in position. You're fine on full ammo. St. Joan, I want you right here still covering the breach. You're on Overwatch this turn. And Van Dorn, as much as it pains me, you also are on Overwatch, you piece of garbage. He's gotta be on the roof.
You hear that?
He's on the roof, but we can't do anything unless he comes down. Or unless we can somehow get vision on him. Okay, he was in... Alright. What's he doing? Is he making a move? He's making a move on Virginia Woolf. I, you know, can't really fault him for making a move on Virginia Woolf, gotta say. She had kind of a nice sex appeal about her, I think.
Okay.
Had I been around in the time of Virginia Woolf and of reproductive maturity, I'd have probably made a move on Virginia Woolf myself. Last move that guy ever made, and also end of mission. So, clearly, he knew he was doomed and was just trying to drag it out as long as possible. Did him no fucking good, though, because Virginia Woolf shot him right in the fucking heart. Like a goddamn Bon Jovi song, and it's too late for his ass now. Also, Virginia Woolf is to blame, and I'm told, by reliable sources, mind you, that she gave Love a bad name. Maybe it's a good thing I wasn't of, you know, legal boning age back when Virginia Woolf was a lady, or she might have shot me through the heart. That would have sucked.
Our troops really came through on this
Oh
one.
yes! Promotions
I'm glad
available,
everyone made
new
it
training
back
facility, on board, stoked about that. And that is the 15% bonus from the UK right there coming in. So we've got an extra squad member available as soon as we can afford it. And some well-deserved promotions. I gotta say, Steve Austin really did a fine job. Van Dorn, fuck you. You contributed nothing on that mission. You do not deserve a promotion. Look at Steve Irwin. Look at this shit. 14 kills on 5 missions. The man is a goddamn food processor. You throw anything in front of him and he will chop it the shit up. And that name. Oh, God. We have 2 nicknames for 2 troopers, and I don't think I can change either of them. I mean, arguably it should be Sensible Jane Austen, but Sporty? It's like Sporty Spice. It's like Jane Austen was a proto-Spice Girl. Back in the day before pop music was even a thing, I really like Jane Sporty Austen, and Loco is honestly too perfect for Steve Irwin. It's too perfect. We can't change it. We can't. What should we give Steve Irwin? Will to survive. Interesting, but I think no. Aggression? That's probably going to be aggression because Gunslinger is fucking trash. My hatred for Gunslinger, it's total. I despise it. It is possibly the shittiest ability in the game. Will to survive, there's something to be said for that, especially considering the fact that it gives us 3 will. That's not an insignificant amount of willpower, but I don't like abilities that only work when a trooper is getting shot. Sure, you give him 1 to 2 points bonus damage reduction, but that, you know, with only 6 health, if he takes 8 damage, he's still fucking dead, even with max damage reduction. It's not good. Aggression, however, is always going to be at least a 10% bonus critical chance if he's taking a shot, because you can always see at least 1 alien. So, you know what? We're taking aggression. Steve Loco Irwin. I can't change it. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. Jane Austen, Sensible Sporty Spice herself. She can get rocket. Oh, she can get shredder ammo. Okay. Interesting, actually. Last game we did take some combinations of shredder ammo and heat ammo. Problem we ran into is we're probably going to take rapid fire on our gunners, and I don't know if the bug with shredder ammo and rapid fire has still been fixed. And just to err on the side of the caution, I'm gonna take heat ammo. Also, heat ammo in the late game is almost a must-have. You really, really need it for mechtoids, sectopods, and honestly, some of the bigger seekers and drones as well. Cyber discs eventually too, which we may theoretically run into in the not distant future. So I think the sensible choice for sensible, sporty Jane Austen is heat ammo. Van Dorn, you can go fuck yourself. I don't really care what you get. Although disabling shot this early in the tree is a market upgrade for snipers. Holy shit. Snipers don't have to choose between in the zone, double tap, and disabling shot anymore. Wow, that's real good. Okay, so we're probably going to take disabling shot. Oh, it's either disabling shot or snapshot. Well then. Never mind. That's problematic. Later in the game, I think I would almost certainly take snapshot. Or almost certainly take disabling shot, rather. Once you get Seraphim armor and your snipers no longer have to move and can take full advantage of their squad side ability, snapshot sort of becomes irrelevant. Precision shot, actually, there's something to be said for that as well. Ignores the critical penalties, extra critical chance, extra damage based on a soldier's weapon tech level. That's also pretty damn good. Disabling shot, though, it's so awesome, especially when it comes... You know what? No, we gotta take it. We gotta take disabling shot. We just can't not. It's too good. It's too good. I hate you for making me make a tough decision, Van Dorn. I really do. I really, really hate you. But on the plus side, nobody wounded on this mission, so an abduction that succeeded, nobody even in the hospital. I'm really pleased with that. We also picked up 16 cheap meld, got back a portion of that Illyrium that we traded away, as well as some alloys, weapon fragments, and a few wrecks for some extra cash. 90 credits, and Panic in Japan is decreased, which is good. Panic in Japan was a little higher than we'd like. Let's take a look and see what it takes to build that. Oh shit, we don't have anywhere to build it. Alright then. Well, let's dig a hole here. We can always put it next to the thermo... What does the thermo generator count as a bonus for? I don't even remember. Let's take a look. Thermo generator, whatever, like here. I just want to see what the things are. Thermo generator counts as a workshop? No, it just gets bonuses for adjacent power facilities, and we're unlikely to build any adjacent power facilities to that, so it's not really a problem. What's the OTS take? 1 power and 200 credits. We really want to get that started. It's going to be at least 5 days before we can do it, however, and we don't have the cash, even if I think we tapped out our resources in the gray market. So you know what? Let's hold off. We won't worry about going into emergency build it immediately mode until the excavation is finished anyway. Possibly that laboratory going to turn out to be a bit of a mistake, but if it is, it's a mistake we'll have to play around later in the game. For now, however, things gone pretty well. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really is appreciated. It means a lot to me. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, of course, consider subscribing as well. New episodes every single day. For now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.